Hello, today we are going to talk about the importance of vaccination. Vaccines. What is a vaccine? A vaccine is a substance containing inactive antigens for a particular disease. Vaccines trigger the immune system to produce antibodies to provide immunity against the disease. Vaccines are like invisible superheroes that protect our bodies from dangerous disease. For example, thanks to vaccines, we managed to eliminate smallpox, a disease that killed millions of people for centuries. Today, the COVID-19 vaccine has been one of the largest in history, helping to stop the spread of this virus worldwide. Also, vaccines not only protect us, but also others. When many people get vaccinated, the disease has less chance to spread, which protects those who can get vaccinated, like babies, sick people, or those with a weak immune system. Why is it important? Vaccination is essential for the prevention of infectious disease and for the control of epidemics, being a key pillar in global public health. Vaccines prevent seriously and potentially fatal disease, which not only saves lives, but also reduces the impact of disease on the economy and on health system. By immunizing the population, the risk or outbreaks of disease such as measles, polio, or influenza is reduced. The process. An inactive from the pathogen is injected into the body. White blood cells release antibodies which are complementary to the specific antigens.
And continue the process. The antibodies attach to the antigens on the pathogens and clump them together. These unions allows the immune system to more efficiently identify and eliminate invaders. And finally, the process with blood cells induce the pathogens be process called phagocytosis, a process in which certain cells devour and destroy microorganisms. And I will continue talking about the primary infection. It's the first time an organism becomes infected by a particular pathogen. The antibodies are slowly released. They peak at around the 10 days after the infection and then gradually decrease. And the second exposure when an organism is infected for the second time with the same pathogen, the white blood cells respond much more quickly, releasing the complementary antibody rapidly. And other benefits of vaccination is protects against serious disease, strengthens the immune system, reduce the use of antibiotics, reduce the spread of virus, prevent epidemics and pandemics, and helps control new variants or strains.
Cause of vaccination. Some cause of vaccination is prevention of disease, herd immunity, public health control. Prevention of disease is our vaccination is primarily used to prevent the onset of serious and contagious disease that could result in severe illness or death. Herd immunity is when a significant proportion of the population is vaccinated. It's help protect individuals who cannot receive vaccinations. For example, AE due to medical reasons, reducing the spread of disease. And a public health control is when the vaccines are essential tools in controlling infection, infectious diseases and managing outbreaks, reducing the strain on healthcare system. Other example of cause of vaccination is the earning of disease and protection of through life. And earning eradication of disease is the vaccination has successfully led to the eradication of disease like smallpox and has drastically reduced the occurrence of others, such as a polio. And protection through the life vaccines provide lifelong immunity or protection against disease at different stage of life from infant adulthood. Consequence of vaccination. Consequence of vaccination, some are prevention of illness and death, reduction in health costs, improvement quality of life. Prevention of illness and death. Vaccines significantly reduce the indices of illness, death, and disability from various infectious diseases. Reduction in health scores. B. Preventing disease outbreaks. Vaccination lowers medical costs related to treatments, hospitalization, and long-term care. And improvement quality of life. Whisper vaccination leads to healthy population, resulting in improved quality of life, greater workforce productivity, and less abstinence from work or school. Other consequences of vaccination are the global health benefits and minor side effects. Global health benefits is when the vaccines contribute to global health by lowering disease rate worldwide, reducing the spread of infection across borders. borders. And minor side effects is when the wild side effects are usually mild, for example, like fever or smelling, and at the injection site, serious reactions are rare. Monitoring, monitoring and safety protocols are placed to ensure public health. Uh, who is affected by vaccination? Vaccination affects individuals at all stages of life and is essential for public health. By protecting individuals, reducing the spread of disease, and providing herd immunity. Affect principal mind are infants or children, adults, elderly people, pregnant women, people with weakened immune system, healthcare workers, and at risk population.